what it do, Slugfesters, what it do. There's someone who's actually doing that. I need to stop that because they'll say, "Oh, this guy is stealing," even though it's part of black culture. Anyway, let me not be that guy. I'll call Roger Jackson. Okay, too soon, too soon. Um, but I think I'm going to make that joke very soon. I can't wait for Friday. I have something planned. Modestas Bukauskas versus Paul Craig. Ah, man. I don't know. I don't know. I think Paul Craig looks worse in hindsight after what RDR did to Bo Nickel, you know? The mere fact the, the mere fact that Bo Nickel had success against the Paul Craig is honestly very sad. You know, like he outstruck Paul Craig, you know? That's not a good look. That's honestly a bad look. You know, in hindsight, like like anyone who's lost to Bo Nickel at this point is like, dude, like, come on. Okay, RDR is a potentially future title contender. That's Fluffy Hernandez, like the main event for this particular fight, and the fight between Fluffy Hernandez and RDR is probably one of the most compelling fights the UFC has made this year, right? All respect to the contenders, but I mean, Bo Nickel put hands on Paul Craig, man. F. Chase Hooper, Modestas wins. It's just a matter of how he wins that I'm debating. Craig can't Craig can't shoot the takedowns to save his life. And he can't, man. I feel like even when he tries, he fails really badly. Like he unintentionally fails. It seems like he generally does try, but I don't know what's happening. Anyway, as far as reach, I don't feel like either of them is going to have a reach advantage. Paul Craig is pretty good at finishing fights, but I mean, when was the last time he finished any fight? So I don't know if this counts. But once again, Craig knows how to finish a fight, even though I don't respect it as much as I used to. Um, he still has the finishing ability. I mean, I will give him credit for that. It's kind of like Anthony Smith, you know. He might he might submit the Vito Petrino, even when you don't expect him to. Like you're like, oh, you still have it, you know. But unless like if Modestas is like Petrino and just um, dives head in first into a guillotine, I mean that's a different scenario. F. Chase Hooper, I'm convinced he only trains jiu-jitsu and doesn't strike or wrestle in training. Yeah, man. His entries are so flippin' horrible. I feel bad for him whenever he tries to shoot a takedown. It's honestly sad, and it's no longer even. I mean, if it was better when he was physically stronger. I feel like if you are a jiu-jitsu guy and that's all you have, at least be strong, right? At least be able to pull someone into something. It doesn't feel like Paul Craig is physically strong anymore because it just feels like he gets bullied. I can't remember the last time he imposed himself on anyone. It just feels like he's going to submit someone who doesn't know enough about grappling. I think that's the wins that he probably is going to get. Magomed Ankalaev was a good win. He submitted a champion solid, but he's primarily a striker. Jamal Hill too, right? And not to discredit his wins, and just it just feels like if someone is not elite on the ground, not even elite, if someone is not particularly well versed on the ground, maybe that's where he might have success. If you have decent defensive wrestling, I think you're going to have like a lot of success against Paul Craig, which is why it's kind of sad that Bo Nickel didn't actually wrestle. It just goes to show how little confidence he has in his wrestling abilities. Anyway, enough about the Bo Nickel. So, striking wise, Modestas Bukauskas is going to be throwing more. Paul Craig has better defense, and I think it's obviously only because of his wrestling, or rather his grappling and submission abilities. People avoid getting too close to avoid getting submitted. Modestas has exceptional, not exceptional, but really good takedown defense. I don't see Paul Craig taking him down. But Paul Craig is going to be shooting a lot more takedowns that Modestas Bukauskas. But I think, I mean, if Bukauskas loses this one, I don't know, man. It will be very sad if Bukauskas loses this fight. I don't feel like there's a lot that needs to be said. Um, F. Chase Hooper, his team must suck if there is no improvement or development from that level of wrestling. Can't wrestle or strike at a high level. It's sad, especially for someone who's been in the UFC for such a long period of time. Imagine us saying this and he somehow finds a way to get a submission and pulls a Tony Ferguson. And it's like, you know what? I want to win. And he gets some type of a submission somehow. But I feel like Modestas Bukauskas has the striking advantage. He doesn't need to engage in the grappling. So, and I think he's competent enough to avoid any grappling exchanges. I think it should be a TKO. I'm not sure, maybe in the first or second round. Paul Craig is not that good on the feet. I don't know, man. Modestas shouldn't lose this fight. F. Chase Hooper, decision or KO, Modestas. Let me check. Let me check something. I think this will inform how I think he's going to win this particular fight. Let me see something. I mean, the finishing ability is there, but let me actually check like his most recent finishes. I think that will tell me if he's going to finish or not. Ah, shit. He went to a decision with Ion Kudelaba. Finished Sequeira in the first round. Submitted Prachnio. Lost to Vito Petrino. Modestas, I just hope you're not going to get caught by something, man. I mean, losing to Vito Petrino is not that bad, but you know what? I think, I don't know. I wanted to say KO, but I'm a little bit worried now. F. Chase Hooper. Modest Molest. I've said this multiple times in the past. I don't even rate Modesta as he robbed Ion Kutelaba. I agree. But still, um, it's honestly difficult to say. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe a finish, maybe a KO is possible. But the problem is, I don't know how confident Modestas is in his wrestling. Right? I don't know how. If he's very confident, he might get a KO. But if he's not confident, it's probably going to be a decision. I think we will know how confident he is in the first round. You know what? I'll say this. He's either going to finish him in the first round or it's probably going to be a decision. I think that's how it honestly goes. Um, Dustin's SquarePants MMA. Modestas didn't rob him. I was on the fence about with that fight, to be honest. Personally, just that I can't recall the actual fight. I don't know what I was doing. What was I doing? It doesn't feel like I was fully focused, but I don't have strong emotions. Normally, if I feel like there was a horrible decision, I would have strong emotions, and I would probably remember. But I'll have to check that fight again. Dustin Squarepants MMA. Just my opinion. Okay, I would have to watch that fight again, but I mean, I don't know if it's worth it. I normally would prefer to watch two fights before, like the past two fights. But yeah, back to the point that I was trying to make. I feel like Modestas, if he's confident in his wrestling, he's probably going to finish him in the first round. And considering he got a submission in his last in his last three fights, I think one of his wins in his last 3 or 4 fights, he got a submission win. So I think to some extent he might have a bit of confidence, but he's not going to try and engage in the wrestling. In the grappling, I just don't know if he's going to have enough confidence, because the confidence is him getting into the pocket without worrying about being taken down, because he knows he can get back up, or if he knows he can defend the takedown. Right? If he's going to be overly concerned, he's going to be too cautious. He's going to spar with him, maybe jab, maybe a good overhand sometimes. It might go that way. I think it comes down to how confident he is in his um in his wrestling, and that will inform how this fight plays out. FJ's Hooper. I remember saying Modestas got a robbery in the moment, despite me picking him. And in that fight, if I'm not mistaken, I remember I picked Ion Kudelaba, if I'm not mistaken. Dustin Squarepants MMA. I agree with you. You agree with me, or you agree with FJ Super? But nonetheless, I think that's how I feel about this particular fight. Modestas is going to either finish this fight via KO or TKO in the first round, or it's potentially going to go to a decision. Oh, you agree with me? Shout out to you, man. Guys, so officially my subscribers and I are going with Modestas. But oh no, my subscribers are split on this one. They are 50-50. Initially they picked Paul Craig. That's why I left their pick with Paul Craig. But officially, the subscribers are split. So effectively, they don't have a pick. As it stands, I don't think they have a pick. But initially they picked Paul Craig, and then some of them actually ended up voting, and then now the picks are equal. My pick is Modestas Bukauskas. So yeah, that's basically it. I'm going to be doing live watch alongs. I'm trying to improve the channel. So there's a lot more coming. Well, better quality. I'm going to get lights. I'm trying to even decide if I should do like a background. I feel like my face is too overexposed. I'm too shiny. I like the quality of the display, the camera. But once the 4K camera comes, I'm going to adjust settings so that I look like my natural self. This looks like, I don't know. I don't look like this in real life. I guess I'm not photogenic. FJ Super. Subscribers are relying on Modestas being a tard and jumping into Craig's guard to be right. Dude, the things that you say, dude, like, what kind of an analysis is that, dude? Like, what's wrong with you? So they're relying on Modestas being a retard. You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys, I'm not gonna make money from this channel because you make me say horrible things. What's wrong with you, dude? But maybe, who knows? Probably that's the reason. Dustin Squarepants MMA. Craig is Ryan Hall, but better. Not a compliment, by the way. Okay, I hear you. Has Craig ever won on the feet? I don't think so. As far as I can recall, I don't think so. FJ Super, I can't remember the last time Craig striking looked good. I mean, it needs to be said that Craig lost the striking match to Bo Nickel. Bo Nickel, who started striking, I don't know when, and he's not even good at it, you know? So, anyway, guys, for those who are new to the channel, I do watch alongs. Um, that's why I'm trying to improve the quality of my equipment. Um, yeah, starting next week. Obviously, if you're new to the channel, it didn't look like this. Watch my breakdown from yesterday. The quality of my phone, it was terrible. Shout out to my subscribers who've been watching my terrible quality. I love and appreciate all of you guys. I need to thank you guys some way somehow, man, for riding with me with my horrible quality. It means a lot to me. My day ones, and to all the new people, man. I really, really do appreciate you joining me. Let's do this again tomorrow. I break down fights every single day for every single card. Like there's no fight that I don't break down. Also, once again, the watch alongs. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. Go through the video section, the short section, the live section. That's where I break down fights, and the live section is going to be incredible. As I said, the 4K quality is coming. There's going to be lights. I'm going to be introducing a couple of new things as far as how I do things, because now I'm going to be able to stream the way I want to. So I'm going to include a variety of other things. If you want to be part of the predictions, the subscribers have amazing predictions. If you want to be part of that, go to the community section, place your vote. Hey, today I didn't even post the fights, which is going to give me a lot of work tomorrow, but it's fine. But go to the community section. There are fights. You can predict the predictions for UFC Noche are out right now. You can cast your predictions there, and be part of the prediction, because the video section, basically almost every single video on that section is probably the subscribers predictions. So your voice on the channel, it's not just my channel, it's our channel. And I'm not just saying that to sound cool. That's literally what it is. The subscribers picks are always on the shorts. The IQ predictions, the cardio predictions, the risky and safe predictions, the robbery predictions. Only the upsets predictions are done by me. So 4 of the videos on the video section are created, are curated. Okay, not created, curated, but are voted on by the subscribers. So when I say this is our channel, I truly do mean that. I don't just take your opinions for granted. I also posted, and I feel like that's making the subscribers have a bit more, or rather better, analysis of fights and predictions. I think my subscribers are probably one of the best communities at predicting fights. They consistently have high results. I don't compete with anyone. I stopped competing with anyone a long time ago. I compete with my subscribers. Like those are the people that I compete with. Sometimes they get better predictions than I do. Sometimes I get better predictions than they do. But on average, which is crazy, on average, my subscribers and I get like 3 or 4 fights wrong. Maybe 3 or 4 fights wrong on average. This is like, okay, yeah. And then on a good day, that's where we get like maybe 1 or 2 wrong. But on average, meaning like we hardly ever go below 4 picks wrong. So yeah, I'm sorry to ramble. I'm just saying, if you're new to the channel, when I say this is our channel, I truly mean that. The content on this channel largely encompasses what the subscribers also feel about the channel. Dustin Squarepants, I got Imavov winning. Yeah, I also picked Imavov. I think Imavov is going to get this one done. His Jared, by the way, better. He's Jared, but way better. I don't know if I'd say Jared. Come on, man. Maybe a better Israel Adesanya, especially after I knocked out Israel Adesanya. I feel like Imavov would be champion if it wasn't for Hamza Chimaev. I think Imavov probably beats Dracus Duplessis. I think Imavov, but he trains at Extreme Couture. Who knows? Sean Strickland might cause him to jab and teep. Who knows? But based on what I can tell, if it wasn't for Hamza Chimaev, I think Imavov would be champion. But I guess we'll just have to see how eventually when he fights Fluffy Hernandez and RDR, how he fares. But in all honesty, I think he should beat Caio Baralho. Like I said in my analysis, Baralho is okay everywhere. He's not good anywhere. Like if you want to wrestle, there's some wrestling there. If you want to strike, there's some striking there. But he's not exceptional anyway. Um, I mean, maybe if he was like GSP knew how to. He wasn't exceptional anywhere, but he knew how to combine everything effectively in order to get the results that he wanted. Boralho, unfortunately, is not like that. Um, um, FJ Hooper, I don't know about Imavov anymore. The more the week goes on, the more I feel like switching. I mean, you know what happens when you switch. But I mean, I'm not gonna stop you. Shout out to you. You're free to change though. Dustin Squarepants, more power and better grappling. From who? Imavov. F Chase Hooper. I like Imavov's resume better. People glaze and overrate Kayo. I agree. I 100% agree. I don't feel there's nothing that Boralho has done, to be honest, that makes me feel like okay, he's going to actually win this fight. In any case, guys, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Same time, same place. I schedule my predictions. I'm sorry for being late. This week I might be a bit late. I'm trying to change a couple of things. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Dustin Squarepants. This is the first time I'm seeing you on the channel. New sub, by the way. Nah, shout out to you, man. Welcome to the community. These people are crazy, including this guy. I mean, like the guy has a name called F Chase Hooper, so I mean, you can clearly tell these live streams are full of unstable people. This one, unfortunately, is the sane one to some extent. I think the most sane person on this channel would be Shawshot McGee, maybe F Chase Hooper, and then I don't know, and then it falls apart after that. So Chase Hooper is a good. Seems like you'll fit in perfectly. Those are the things they say on this channel. FJ Super on crib, we're smoking that Chase bear. Anyway, guys, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Love and appreciate all of you. Shout out to you for joining the team, man. Deuces. The family, not team. We're not a team, we're family. Deuces. FJ's Hooper. For real, Gooning led him down last camp. The fuck is that? Let me leave. I'm not gonna leave if I continue to read these comments.